I really hate being uninterrupted, but yeah, life happens sometimes. So yeah, the healthcare system is pretty fucked up and things aren't getting any better anytime soon. There's too many wars going on. So, the administration is too busy with all of that instead of fixing the healthcare system, which is actually the number one priority. Number one priority. That should be the number one priority, not someone's ego over whatever's going on the other side of the world. That's all I'm saying. So anyways, if you have lupus, do that. Ask your doctor, talk to Eversource. If you've got that diagnosis, you have the right to know that you can get your utilities covered, and make sure that that's taken care of. Go through the paperwork. You might have to go through mass.gov, whoever you got to do. But ask them. Don't be afraid to ask them, because you should not be suffering through the summertime with your lupus flare-ups and your fatigue. And you know how hard it is. You know how difficult it is. You have to live, eat, breathe, and be productive while dealing with this disease. And it is debilitating. Absolutely debilitating. And summer just makes everything worse. I absolutely can't stand being hot because of that. I can't stand the thought of, I can't even stand the thought of summer, and it hasn't even happened yet. And I know there are millions of people out there feeling the same way, that are, that dread before summertime, because you know exactly what it's going to do to your body. You know how it's going to make you feel. You're not going to sleep. You're going to be in pain. And yet you're supposed to be a human being. That is so difficult to do for some of us. It is really difficult. So with that being said, yeah, make sure you know about that. Advocate. If you live in a different state, same thing. Ask about it. I'm sure there's programs depending on each state. I know there's plenty of states that have this program. I live in Massachusetts, so I have to go through that. But I know Eversource does. I think they pretty much said they'll compensate like $500 on utilities, because you have an illness, you have a serious illness. You shouldn't be dealing with the heat. You shouldn't be suffering just because the utilities are incredibly outrageous, thanks to the governor. I don't even want to get started on that one. Anyways, but advocate, whatever state you're in. You got your diagnosis, the doctor's notes. You have the right to know this, and advocate so that you have your utilities paid for. So you don't have to worry about, an $800 bill because you need air conditioner to deal with heat, because you have, same thing with rheumatoid arthritis, the same thing with multiple sclerosis, the same thing with fibromyalgia. Don't let yourself suffer. Make sure that you get the information. Go to your, local, whatever state you live in, .gov. Look it up. Talk to your doctor about it. Talk to your rheumatologist about it. Talk to your primary care doctor about it. Go online, fill out paperwork, whatever you got to do, because I looked it up, and in the process of waiting to see whether or not I get approved for it. But do it now, because summer's coming, and I can't stand the thought of anybody out there suffering, to be honest. It's just, it's hell. Living with lupus is pure hell. So, do what you got to do. Know that you have that right. And take good care of yourself, please. For your sake and your family's sake. You got to do you. You come first. You come first, because nobody else is going to live your life for you. So, nobody else is going to do anything for you. You got to do this. So take good care of yourself. Get on top of that so that you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to, panic when that bill comes in, so that you're comfortable. Your comfort, and that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Just more advocating. Anyways, see ya.